Here we go. We are adding this to the stream. Perfect. Word up, word up, word up. Hello, everybody. We are back. We are using StreamYards tonight. Here we go. Oh, I forgot. We haven't used this in a long, long time. So welcome on in. Nice to see you here. Hello, Triton. Hello, Amy V. Happy Beer Day. It's been a hot minute since I've done a stream. It's been probably a little over a week. And we'll get into my streaming schedule for the next, I guess, the next couple of weeks here. We'll talk about what we got coming up. Hello, Pierce. Yes, already it starts because you all know what's coming. You all know what we're going to talk about. I have a game plan. I will reveal some of it to you all. Not all of it, but some of it. Wow, I forgot all these different things that we have here. And we are using StreamYards for several reasons, of which shall be revealed very soon. Of course it involves adult time. 100%. It's beer day. So happy beer day, everybody. One of the greatest days in the entire world. Next to a few short birthdays. This is it. This is the day. No, we are not going to announce we are buying a bag. That is not happening. There is no buying the bag. So hello to everybody out in YouTube land. Hello, everybody on Facebook that may be finding this right now. And hello to everybody out there in the Twitchiverse. Yes, we are streaming to all three platforms tonight. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And down the bottom, you can find all my social medias right now, scrolling across the bottom for your enjoyment. If you so choose. I don't do too much with the Instagram, Twitch. I'm just starting to get really into that. I do have a TikTok. It's not up there, though, but that's more for entertainment and scrolling than anything else. The wallet is locked away and under key. Oh, boy. Oh, not really. I've got a Breckenridge Vanilla Porter. Ooh, Surf Bum. Hello and welcome in, first of all. Secondly, that sounds amazing. Absolutely amazing. We do have our free games, so you can see that you can play them right there. Oh, wait. So this shirt has to do a lot with today, right? Kenny Beck Brewing. And then I do have this shirt on as well, which I believe is also fitting considering the subject matter at hand, although it is Disneyland. Oh, no, this is my Disney World one. So I am wearing all things mouse right now. Yeah, this is the World one. Disney World. Ooh, there we go. All right. So let's get boom cracker lacking. So we got two beers that we're going to try here on Beer Day. Yes, that'll be the second one. So we've got one from Berkeley and one from the Line Cider Brewery. So we're going to start with a little Line Cider. This thing right here, this is called White Knuckles. White Knuckles. They're out of East Greenwich, Rhode Island. This is a white wheat ale. It is 5.9% by volume, so we'll round it up. We'll say it's a 6% beer. I'm looking forward to trying this. I hope everybody has had a fantastic week. Good evening. Hope everybody, for those of you that celebrate, today's.
It's like Passover.
Yeah, it's like Passover, Ramadan, Good Friday, Easter is all here. So I hope everybody's enjoying their holiday. However it is you choose to enjoy it. Good evening, Suzanne Babcock. Nice to see you in here. How dare I not restart the dance monkey? Yeah, we had to put that on hold because I really need to figure out how to limit the triggers because, man, that dance monkey was popping off like nobody's business. You are all like all over it. All over it. So, so we got our first beer. So let's try it. A little line cider, a little white wheat ale. It's called White Knuckle. Oh, it smells sweet. It smells really sweet. So cheers, everybody. Hope everybody's having a fantastic week. Enjoy your holiday this weekend. Mm. Oh, so good. That, mm. It's got almost, so you can definitely taste the wheat, but the wheat's a little part of it. It definitely has a very malty taste to it. It's got so much, just a very mild, not super sweet, malty like flavor to it. And it hits you right in the chops. I love it. This is awesome. Host, the adult 10 co-host will be ready to hop on stream for Epcot. That's fantastic. And if things work out right, so I've reached out to a few people about our upcoming Disney trip. So that's part of tonight, right? We're going to talk a little Disney and some exciting news, at least for us, as we go frequently. So for those of you that don't know, we are doing Disney World. We are going to start broadcasting from there April 17th. We are going to do 2 streams a day. They're going to be 2 short streams. So there'll be 2 to 3 hours in nature. I am going to spend some time this week trying to set them up. We are going to use a variety of stuff. So I think for a couple of the streams, we are definitely going to use StreamYards. It allows me to have people in on the stream. So there will be a link posted. So we've had that happen a few times before. We've seen Piers here. We've seen Toaster Mom, Triton. So we've had a bunch of people come on stream before. That will be an option, especially when we're in Epcot, because that is the adult fun land for us when we go there. But we are going to start setting up some of the streams. So make sure that you are not only subscribed, but you've turned the notifications on, and make sure you're checking back on the channel regularly so you know when those streams are coming and when they're going to start. I believe we have our schedule, which I am very excited about, because this time we're going to shake things up just a tiny bit. In that we're not going to close every night being in Epcot. We're going to close, I think, 2 nights in Epcot. We're going to close 1 night in the Magic Kingdom and 1 night at Hollywood Studios. Cheers, everybody. That's a great beer. So that's exciting. So we are going to get to see HEA, which has made its return. Happily Ever After is back. So we got rained out last time, if you remember, the last time we were down there. So this time we will catch a nighttime fireworks spectacular from the Magic Kingdom. We are going to we're going to attempt to do Epcot Forever. If you've hung around this channel at all during that time when we were down there, and we showed it a couple of nights, it was not my favorite. I know a lot of people like it. For me, it doesn't do it. I did grow to like Harmonious. I thought it was better than Epcot Forever, but Disney, I think, realized that Harmonious was not the answer either, and they've decided to retract and stop that show, which they've already done. And as of today, actually like 2 days ago, I think it was what are we on? We're on the 7th. So I think it was April 3rd or 4th. They started Epcot Forever, and they're going to design yet again, whole brand new show. And the rumor mill is that the big tacos, as they're called, which are those big half moon circle shaped digital boards out in the lagoon, and the Stargate are going away. There are cranes in place right now. If you were to look on Google Maps or Google Earth and you zoomed in on Epcot and you are looking at China and you find Germany and South Africa, there is a bridge just to if you're looking on the top down, just to the right of China, that opens, and you'll actually see that there's a little waterway and it leads into the back of Epcot. And that's where they store all the barges, or that's where they were storing all the barges for Illuminations and different shows that they've done. There are huge cranes out back right now looking to dismantle all that stuff. So, Bob Newell, this is live. What am I drinking? We're drinking a little drink called White Knuckle. It's from Line Cider Brewing out of East Greenwich. It's a white wheat ale. It's 6%. It is really, really tasty. You can really taste the wheat. Has a little maltiness to it. There's not very much in the way of hops, which is kind of nice. So this is real. Oh, this is 100% real. So, will there be a waffling? That is funny because we discussed that, and there may or may not be. So you will have to stay tuned to see if that happens. The other co-host is ready to jump on. It's a small world. Sweet. So knuckles is a funny word. It makes you smile. That's awesome. Yes. So there are cranes back there. They will be dismantling all of Harmonious. As far as we know, they're going to be dismantling it all, coming out with a brand new show, which I am assuming is already in the works. And in the meantime, we go back to Epcot Forever. So we're going to try streaming that. As you know, Harmonious, it was an almost insta shutdown on a lot of channels because of all the copyrighted music. And if I remember correctly, Epcot Forever was very much a very similar thing. So we were lucky because we caught Epcot Forever when we were there like the first week it debuted. Like within the first couple of nights it came out, we were there. And we streamed it, and it was good. And I think I got a just like a copyright notice, not a strike, on YouTube for like one little piece. And then I remember when we went back after that, I do remember the second time I streamed it, I got a couple of different areas where they were like, sorry, you can't use this. It's copyrighted. Please take it down. I am going to assume that most of this show will be copyrighted. So I don't know if they will give me like, I don't think they'll give me a strike, but I can guarantee you that I've heard of streams being shut off. So I can guarantee you that it's not going to be pretty. So if you want to watch it live, we're going to try streaming it once, and we'll see what happens. But HEA will probably happen. I am going to also try to stream Fantasmic. So Fantasmic has made a return. They have revamped the show a bunch. So we are going to try to squeeze that in as well. Where's Brady's final pass going to be? Ooh, his final pass, huh? Man, he's already retired. He ain't coming back. I cannot see him coming back. So I would love for it to be New England, but if he ever did come back, that wouldn't happen unless it was a one-day contract to retire. So those are some of the nighttime things we're doing. We are going to do a lot of the festival stuff over at Epcot. So we have some reservations going on. I believe day one, we're going to open the day at Hollywood Studios. That stream will probably start a little later in the morning, only because we have a 3 o'clock appointment at Oga's. So we're gonna get up and out and get ourselves situated, and get try to get a few things done that we want to accomplish this trip that we haven't done in a while. And then we'll turn the camera on. We'll stream for a little bit. We're gonna shut the camera off. We're gonna go over to Epcot. We're gonna stop banging around the festival over there, which is a festival that we have streamed from a few times before, quite a few times, and we've been to this festival a lot. Stephanie and I have been a whole bunch. So, but we're excited to be going back. It's a really good festival. We always find some really good gear there. I'll be looking for all my new Figment stuff. Did you ever do a beer tasting around the world? Bob, so to answer all your questions, Bob, I'll be in Florida. We'll be streaming April 15th through the 21st, twice a day from one of the Disney parks, if not both of them, or two of them a day, I should say, two different parks a day for a couple of hours each stream. And beer tasting around the world, I have been to Disney World an unhealthy amount, so much so that I think I have had almost every drink in the place. So we've spent a lot of time and a lot of money researching a lot of the best drinks, locations, and things to eat across all the Disney parks. Places to stay. We've learned a lot of really good tips and tricks. So hopefully, my goal is to talk a little bit about that as we go through the stream. So maybe if you guys are planning a Disney trip and planning on coming down, that we can hopefully help you get the best experience possible. Because if you have never been to Walt Disney World, or maybe have not been in a very long time, you will see that Disney World is not a vacation that you can just walk into without planning and really enjoy yourself. You'll have a good time no matter what, but to get a really enjoyable Disney experience, it is way better to do a little bit of pre-planning and understand some of the things that go into what makes Disney Disney. So Florida is going April 20th, festival crazy. Your little town's having a cannabis festival on 420. That's incredible. Oh, Frank, you want me to just swing up into Maine first? We'll pick you up, throw you in the trunk. I have stayed at the campgrounds. It was very long ago. Stephanie and I would say probably, it's got to be about 10 years ago now. Happened to pass through the campgrounds was that about 10 years ago now, Stephanie? Remember you and I went through the campgrounds at Fort Wilderness? I forgot what we were doing. We were in there for some reason. But we had taken a little walk through there, and they really haven't changed much. The cabins that you can rent over there have changed. So all the original ones are gone. They have new ones in there now that are very, very nice. So if you don't have a camper and you want to kind of get that camp feeling, outdoorsy feeling, you can rent a cabin. And of course, they have fantastic resorts over there with Copper Creek and and boulders over there and stuff. So this is your favorite TV station? That's awesome. This is the best that free money can get you. Hello, Purple Queen. Welcome in. Christine Machado, hello. Nice to see you here. So cheers to those of you just coming in. There's a little white knuckle here from Lineside Brewing out in East Greenwich. It is a fantastic white wheat ale. Oh, that's good. That is good. So some of the things that we're gonna do, we've purposefully not done them yet, just because we understand some of the craziness that goes into like this stuff. So when it comes to rides, we've not gone on Ratatouille, we've not gone on Guardians, and of course Tron is just opened. So we kind of have a theory now, and you can really only do this if you go I would say often. And I would consider us to go often, considering we live in the Northeast and we check into a resort 3 times in a 370-day window. So within a year and 5 days, sometime in that time frame, we've been very fortunate and we get to check into a resort and spend some time down there. So with that being said, we are now, because I would call us frequent guests, that we're now in a place where when we're down there and rides have just opened, we've gotten really lucky and we have been to Disney within a ride opening within its first month, if not its first few days or weeks. So the lines for those rides have always been hugely crazy. Seven Dwarfs, Rise of the Resistance, that whole Star Wars land thing, Guardians, Frozen. I mean, all these rides, Ratatouille, the whole thing. So we've taken kind of this approach where we go and we like to do what we like to do. If we can sneak a ride in, like one of the new ones, and it's not too much of a pain, we'll do it. But we've just taken to pushing off, trying to get on those rides 2 or 3 trips out. Typically, what we're finding is if you go at least often enough, we get down there and the pandemonium that surrounds a new ride opening kind of dies down a little bit. Disney kind of gets their feet under them. They learn their rhythm on how to flow the ride, so things move a little bit better. I would say that's kind of the point we're at, which is why we haven't done some of these rides. But this trip, our goal is to get on a couple of these rides. When it comes to Tron, because I know everybody's going to ask me about Tron, we are going to try getting on Tron. We are definitely lucky. We are staying at a deluxe resort this time around. So we have 2 nights that we have the ability to, we get free after hours. So the park will close one night at the Magic Kingdom and one night in Epcot. And because we are a deluxe resort, only the deluxe resort guests are allowed to stay after the park closes for a few hours to experience those rides with much, much lower wait times. I've been looking online. Stephanie looked a little bit today, and we've said that married or friends or siblings, I believe they're married, Bob. How many rides can we go on one day? I'll answer that in a minute. So we are going to try to get on Tron at the Magic Kingdom during our after hours. So, and I'm sure every other deluxe guest will be there, staying up, trying to do the same thing. It appears that those after hours, the feeling is that there's somewhere around 5,000 to 8,000 people in the Magic Kingdom. That seems to be the estimate. And most rides are walk-ons, and even some of the biggest rides are no more than a 15, 20-minute wait. So our hope is that, they're going to have a virtual queue during that time for these guests like us that get to go to this after hours, extended hours event for the deluxe resort guests only. We're hoping that we'll get a virtual queue at that time. We're going to try for one during the day. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to get it. I've heard a lot of people are missing it. A lot of swings and misses. So, I was fortunate. I got on Rise like twice in the first week it was open. We were there, and I got on it like 2 times. Just 2 different days. Put in for it, done. So maybe we'll get lucky again, but who knows? But Guardians and Ratatouille are definitely on the hit list. We're trying really hard for those. Which is part of the reason why we're not closing every night at Epcot, because you need to have that park selected as your opening park in order to have access to the virtual queues. So for instance, like Guardians, right? So the virtual queue is at 7 and 1. Well, 7 o'clock you can do from your room. If you try for the 1 o'clock virtual queue, you have to be in the park. And the only way to be in that park at 1 o'clock is to make it your opening park, because hopping doesn't start until 2. So you will 100% miss that window. And the fear is that 2 o'clock may be too late, as that's a very popular coaster right now. So we're going to start Hollywood Studios on the Monday. The Monday night, you will see us finishing out in Epcot. So we have dinner reservation over there and stuff. And that may be the night that we try to get our Disney, our Epcot Forever in. Then on Tuesday morning, we will be in the Magic Kingdom. So if you like the Magic Kingdom and you want to kind of bop around, we're going to go all over the place. We'll be on some of the rides over there. We'll do that on Wednesday. That is our Epcot day to start the day off. So we will start the day in Epcot on Wednesday during the day. See how we make out with some of the ride passes over there. And then on Thursday, the last day of streaming, we'll start in Animal Kingdom. One of those nights, we're going to finish over at Hollywood Studios. You'll get to see Fantasmic. One of those nights, we're going to finish the late night in the Magic Kingdom, which will be on the Tuesday? Tuesday, maybe the Wednesday. Might be the Wednesday. And then we'll get Epcot late one night so we can get our after hours event in over there. And that'll be all good. So we are super duper excited for it. It does seem I am going to try to, when it comes to Tron, fit on the light cycle. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. What seems to be the problem is that the cycle has a very similar carriage to that of Pandora. And Pandora, I'm hit or miss on. I've been on Pandora 4 times. I have actually missed on one time because Pandora's at a point now where not all the cars are the same. Some of the replacement cars are just a tiny bit different. And the problem I have is not so much the girth around the belly, it's from the knee to the ankle. It's my calves, because my calves are pretty large. And they have a bar that's supposed to come up, and it comes up over like the top of your calf, almost into the back of your knee. And it seems that people that are larger, have a bigger body carriage and a lot more meat on them like myself, are having trouble with that. So I don't know if I'll be able to ride the light cycle, but they definitely have the bucket in the back. It's the 2-seater, just like a regular car. To be honest with you, I ride a motorcycle. You guys know I ride a motorcycle. We've done a couple of motorcycle streams. I've ridden a motorcycle like that. It is what I would call a crotch rocket in my world. And that whole leaning forward over the gas tank with your hands out in the front and the handlebars is just not comfortable. I don't find it even a little comfortable. I can only imagine on a roller coaster, you know, if you've ever been to like Six Flags and been on like Superman or Batman and you're laying flat and head first, it is quite the rush. This is going to be very similar to that. But it's not just in general, even if I didn't have to lock my knees, it's just not comfortable. So we are excited, though, to hopefully get a chance to go on it. So we'll see. So how many rides can I get on in a day, to answer Bob's question? Depends upon what our goals are. I have done, or we have actually done, if you go back maybe a year or so ago, we actually got into the park. I streamed the Magic Kingdom. We had done like 3/4 of the rides in the park between 8 and 11:30 when we decided to wind down a little bit. So we kind of have a rhythm when we go in. So there's that. And then there are other parks where, like Hollywood Studios, there's a couple of rides we really like to pick off if we can get on them. But for the most part, we just kind of like to go in, take in the atmosphere. I think we're going to try to catch Indiana Jones this time because we haven't seen that show in a while. We're going to catch Fantasmic. We've got a handful of rides that we're going to try to get on. Of course, we're going to hit all the adult hot spots. You know, we're going to go to the Baseline Tap House. Stephanie and I will be in and out of the 50s, the Tune-In Lounge, which is connected to the Primetime Cafe, the 50s Lounge there. We'll be in and out of that lounge Stephanie, what's a safe estimate? 5 or 6 times? Right? So it's just like, it depends upon how hot it is. We're usually good for about at least three times in there, coming out double fisted with some Dad's Electric Lemonade. It's our favorite drink in that park over there. So it really kind of depends upon what we're doing. But the time we did like 3/4 of the park, we had every ride from Fantasyland all the way over. The only rides that we hadn't done were the rides over in Frontierland. That's literally the only part of the park that we hadn't gotten to. So we had done them all in Adventureland, Fantasyland, New Fantasyland, Tomorrowland. We'd done them. We literally did every ride in about 3.5-ish hours. So hopefully we'll get on that many this time. We'll see how it goes. It all depends. Crowd levels look to be okay right now. They're being predicted to be okay. So let me scroll back through the chat. As I love People Mover. It's the best theme ride ever. PG Mr. Morrow. We love that ride. No, Bob, you keep asking away, man. What snack would be? Oh, a good match with this knuckle beer, huh? With this white knuckles. Well, see, when I taste it, I'd want something a little salty. Pretzel, chips, no salsa, maybe some beer cheese. I could do maybe like some fried mozzarella sticks, or maybe some fried green beans would probably be good with this. It's that type of beer. Triton, we are going to try to use Genie Plus. Suzanne Babcock, what kind of bike do I have? I have an Indian Cheap Vintage 2016. It's nice. It's it's like that maroon with off-white ivory to offset it with tan saddlebags, tan saddles, tan seats. So a couple of different accessories. No, I have no fringe. So did not want the fringe. And it's the color scheme that you cannot get because they don't make it no more. You can't even special order it. So have I been? Oh, Bob, I've been to a lot of the attractions that no longer exist, that they've moved. So I've been going to, my first trip to Walt Disney World was 1990. So I've been going for a long, long time. I think there should be a limit of 20 questions. That's all right, Bob. I don't mind the questions. I like it. Keeps everything moving. So that's kind of our Disney plan. We are driving. So it is not out of the question that, that you may or may not get a little bit of a drive-in stream. So we're leaving on Saturday. We're going to arrive in Disney on Sunday. You may get bits and pieces of just some stuff from the car to see what everybody's up to. Give you an update on where we are. That seemed to be pretty good. Although we may not stream going through New York because the roads are really rough. And last time the camera was bouncing like all over the place between New York and that northern part of New Jersey. You think cocktail peanuts would be a match? You can never go wrong with cocktail peanuts, Bob. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Yes, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. So that's kind of our Disney update. We are excited to be streaming some of this new stuff, see some of the old stuff. We are exceptionally excited for the Flower and Garden Festival. So Frushi, the producer gets to have Frushi, which is really, really good. Really, really good. But we are going to be trying a lot. You'll see us try a lot of the new food and drink. So the Flower and Garden Festival, Food and Wine, the Arts Festival, they have a lot of staples, right? So they have a lot of the countries, even the pop-up booth countries that are there. They have almost like a staple menu. So you're going to find some things on the menu just year after year after year because it's really good and it sells really well. Example A, Frushi. We love the Frushi, right? So, but every year there are some new things that are added. So we are going to go around and try all of those new things, or as many as we can anyways. You'll see me, instead of getting really big glasses of beer, You're going to see me with a lot of flights. You'll probably see producer Stephanie with a bunch of flights of like wine and all sorts of other stuff. So am I going to have the escargot? No. There are some things where I draw the line. Escargot is one of them. Never a fan. I've tried it once in my life, and I emphasize the once, and that's where that's going to end. Cheers. And for those of you that are looking to jump on, again, we are going to try to use StreamYards. So you will have the ability to join me if you choose. So that will be available to you as well. So, and I forgot, I'm looking at some of these banners I have. Wow, I forgot about the banners and, I have to use this a little more. Here we go. Go back to the comments here. What about the haggis? Sure, we'll try a little haggis. Christine Machado. So I do have some defenders of the wallet in here that like to, they will defend the wallet to the nth degree. So with that being said, my wallet defenders defend the wallet pretty much against the producer, not the producer, the influencer, because at 8 she wants to buy everything in sight. So yeah, no buy the bag, but there will be some shopping. Yes, there will be some shopping going on, guaranteed.
Actually, I don't like the festival.
Oh, the producer! You heard it here first. We have breaking news on this channel. We have breaking news on this channel right now. The producer, and I want her to say it nice and loud again, doesn't really like a lot of the festival Dooney and Burks. Is that correct?
It's white. It's all white.
It's all light and white. She's not liking the color schemes. Maybe the wallet will be defended by nature this time. And my wallet defender, y'all can take a little time off maybe this trip. I eat everything one time, maybe more. Do I own a do I own Gronkowski gear? You mean Gronkowski gear? I don't think we have any. I don't have any. Producer Stephanie has a shirt, I believe. T-shirt. Yep. So we got some. Yeah. My mill has a signed Hernandez jersey. At the time, it was awesome.
It was from spring
But
training.
yeah, it was from training camp. But obviously, by the end of it, different story. So, oh, Triton, do not encourage. Triton saying yes. Take some time off, wallet defenders. I got this trip. We'll be loading up the car to come back with thousands of dollars of merchandise. So speaking of things that we're going to buy while we're down there, so for those of you that have not heard, if you go to Disney at any sort of regular interval or live down in the area or close by, annual passes are a thing. So if you're a DVC member, so the Disney Vacation Club, you belong to that, you're going to be able to buy annual passes. If you don't have them, or maybe if you're like us and you let them lapse during COVID and regret your decisions after you figured out they canceled them, they weren't bringing them back, you'll be able to buy them if you're a DVC member on April 13th. If you are like us, who are currently not DVC members, although that may change this trip too, we get to buy ours on April 20th. So I will guarantee you that we will buy 3 annual passes and never let them lapse ever again. because I think what you may see is they're going to go on sale. It'll be interesting to see what Bob Iger does with this. So I think they're going to just let them go because Disney financially, in terms of their year-to-year gains and their profit margins, are not good. The company as a whole is rich. I mean, they've got money pouring out their ears. They are not going broke or hurting for money. They just want more of it. So I think you're going to see Bob Iger keep the annual passes going for at least a little while. But on April 20th, we are going to buy some. So the way I figure it is for an extra, at least the initial year, for an extra $750, we are going to, we'll break even on tickets, and for an extra $750, we are going to get 20% off of all merchandise, and 20% off of almost all the restaurants we like to go to, and all of our alcohol purchases, and the alcohol is Disney-wide. So that means no matter where we go, whatever alcohol we're buying, we will get that discount. Now, that sounds great, except you don't save a full 20% because they tack on an 18% gratuity instantly. So you're getting 2% off, but it's kind of like you get 2% off and essentially your tips just built into what you're buying. But that 2% adds up. And where we really save money is the restaurants that we like to go to. When you're saving 20% off your bill every time you eat, that is absolutely incredible for us. Only because where we like to eat, it's not expensive. It's no more expensive than any other Disney World restaurant. But for us, we don't ever do the dining plan because it's really more money than we'll ever be able to eat. So we eat a lot less than what the dining plan is worth. So saving 20% on those bills is awesome. You know, we figure between the first two trips, we will save the extra $750, and by the end of the second trip, we'll be into the positive in terms of how much money we're saving, which means the third trip that we make within that 370-day window, the savings on that trip will be like pure net profit at that point. So Triton says 20% off. Wow, now you can afford the bag. What do you think about that, producer Stephanie? What do you think about that? Triton says now with the 20% off, we could afford the bag. Yes, sometimes the Junie and Burke is excluded. But do we really think 8-year-olds need $268 handbags? I think that answer is no. But 45-year-olds do, that's right. The 45-year-olds can have them. The 8-year-olds cannot. Sorry, Triton. Losing that one even with the producer. Although you may see her buy something. Junie and Burke-esque. So we are going to be here moving into our second beer of the night. Happy Beer Day for those of you just watching. This is Beer Day. We are moving on to our Berkeley. Whoops, where are we here? Berkeley beer. We got this the other day. And this was one of what? 1 or 2 4-packs left. So this is a very special brew. Berkeley beer, a honey triple. So they have a honey triple normally. The thing with this one is that it's handcrafted using the finest ingredients, including local honey from Brother Bees. And this one is aged in a whiskey barrel from Ryan and Wood and Bully Boy distilleries. So this is their normal honey wheat beer is not aged and distilled in rye whiskey barrels. This one is a triple honey that is. So, and They have triple honey, but not aged in the whiskey barrels. So, and this is from their Brewmaster's Reserve, and they did not have it on tap. They won't serve it on tap because it is really, really strong. This is 12 or 13% by volume. Let me see if I can find it here. 12. It's 12.1. So 12.1. So it's really, really strong. And we bought like the last 4-pack they had, I think. Is that right? One of the last 2 4-packs they had. And we don't, it was super expensive. It was what, like 11 or 12 bucks a beer, which is like Disney pricing, I guess. So we're kind of preparing. But we're going to try it here. Ooh. Oh, Triton, I know. We know she is. Oh, there we go. So, do you want to grab a couple glasses? Let's see. Let's see here. So, this is if you're ever up here in Massachusetts, come over to Taunton, Mass. Berkeley Beer is located on Ingle Street. I remember them just going back, just about a decade or so ago, and they were just brewing out of their garage. And they were making great beer back then, and they're still making great beer now. So let's see here. Oh, what a great color. There we go. Perfect. All right. So here it is. Yeah. It's a good color right there. Oh, it smells almost like apple cider. Stephanie, you should come and, oh, well, I give you half a glass, but this, it smells almost like apple cider. This is incredible. What a very unique smell. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for being here. Here's a little triple honey aged in a rye whiskey barrel. Berkeley Beer. Oh, that is so good. So it tastes, it's got a little, it's a very mild hint of honey. And it has this really, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a whiskey undertone to it. It doesn't sting. It's not hoppy. It is perfectly carbonated. This is so good. So good. Ah, right? Is the producer going to come say hi to the commoners? She said, absolutely not. Maybe well, I don't know about on camera. She'll probably come over here and say hello off camera, though. I could probably get her to do that.
I don't even know how to do this. Do you know how to do anything with an avocado?
Does anybody know how to do anything with an avocado?
I'm supposed to cut it for the salad. I don't know what.
You're supposed to cut this avocado up.
I don't even know what this is.
How do we do this? What is? I don't know. I've eaten avocado. I like it. I don't know how to cut it.
Like,
cut it like this. You cut it like this. I think there's a seed in the
a
middle,
big one.
right?
I think I cut it this way.
Yeah, you may have to go like around it in a circle.
Then you scoop.
Yeah, sure.
You take
Scoop
the
it.
skin off?
I would say. I've never had avocado skin, so I'm assuming that they scoop the insides or cut it out. Oh, this is a good beer. This is a good beer. I'm telling you, y'all need some. Happy Beer Day, everybody. Susan Babcock says, slice it in half the long way. So we're going to slice it in half the long way and then remove the pit. Oh, yeah. Just like that. Good call. We sliced it in half. And then I would assume that you need some sort of scooping mechanism, whether that be a scoop, like an ice cream scoop, or let me see, or a spoon maybe.
But I'm supposed to dice it. It's not supposed to be slimy.
It smells really good. But that's
Oh.
I dropped my avocado nut on the floor.
Tell everybody what you're on that.
So And then you twist it. Yep, she twisted it.
Now,
She got it apart. And now I'm assuming that we're going to scoop it out.
and then slice it.
I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, it has to be sliced avocado. Diced. Well, scoop it out. Good enough.
I don't even like it. I shouldn't even put it in there. I don't like it.
I don't. What are you making? She is making Mexican street corn salad to bring to our Easter family gathering tomorrow. It's something she's never made before, so I give her a lot of credit. Trying new things. She is going to try to be athletic a little bit too, in terms that she just bought a softball glove. Now, Stephanie is good at a lot of things. A lot of things. She does really, really well, if not great. One of those things, though, is not being athletic. So, she does do fitness. She's really good. She's on our Peloton bike almost religiously daily. She does all the workout routines, a little counterweight, flexibility, like yoga, strength building stuff. But when it comes to like athletic sports, yes, is very, very, very lacking in the hand-eye coordination thing. Struggles to throw a ball, shoot a basket, pass a football. But she's going to put forth the effort to get out there. I am, on the other hand, just the opposite, where I like sports. I played sports when I was younger, so I have really good hand-eye coordination. I can, shoot baskets, throw footballs, baseballs, hockey, the whole 9 yards, right? I'm good at it. You would never think so, but at one time I was very athletic, and I do love sports. As I've grown older, I've grown to love the coaching thing a little better, so I break sports down in terms of technique and strategy. So that comes from me calling, games. Speaking of which, I am going to try to start calling some of the Celtics and Bruins games as both teams are headed to the playoffs. The Bruins, I believe, are 1 win away from tying the NHL record, 2 wins away from being the NHL winning record holder as a team. So I believe they're at 59 wins right now. If I'm not mistaken, I think if the Celtics win, it's either tonight or tomorrow night, they should clinch the number 1 seed, provided things line up right. So we should have some playoff sports coming, which leads me to my next thing is that in terms of sports, I am going to stream as much as I can. Right now, my day job, because this is not my day job, this is all for free. I don't ask for any money or anything. Of course, if you want to leave a tip or buy me a drink, then that's your prerogative. I'd be super appreciative of it. As a matter of fact, when we're down in Disney, that's happened quite a few times where people are like, "Here you go, let's have a couple of drinks together," and that's awesome, and I appreciate it. So yeah, the skin just peels right off. Now you just gotta slice it up, and that's cool. But with my day job has me being one of the co-planners for this worldwide conference that's going to take place. Hundreds of people are showing up to this thing from all across the globe. We have everything from enlisted military personnel all the way up to 3-star generals coming straight out of Washington. So that has been keeping me extremely busy. That kicks off the first week in May. And my streaming outside of Disney will be a little limited up to that point. Disney takes up about 10 days of that anyways. But I am going to try to squeeze in a couple of games, kind of cut my chops, because the NFL is coming. The draft is almost here. NFL training camps will be starting before you know it. I am super excited. The Patriots have been making some good signings, and yet have done not much in some other aspects, which leaves it questionable. And speaking of the Patriots, that leads me into my next big announcement is that in talking with co-host Lindsay, we are going to be bringing her back around as we missed her dearly last year. And we are going to be streaming once again this year for the NFL football season. And I believe, if I am not mistaken, we had said our first stream, I thought, which that may have to change now. I thought our first stream was going to be this at the end of this month. We were gunning, I thought, for April 27th, but it may be more like the 25th. So depending upon what Boston team is playing that night, we're going to do a little pre-draft stream because I am not going to be here for the draft. I am going to be down working on my conference stuff on location where I need to be. So, but we would like to get back into doing it again. We make a great team. If you don't know her or haven't watched any of the sports that we do, she is super duper knowledgeable, especially when it comes to just the NFL in general. While I follow a lot of the data trends, and I can tell you a lot about different techniques and plays and strategies, she's really good on getting a pulse on players and kind of a real good pulse on which way the games might go because of different other aspects of the game that I don't follow as closely. So I think we make a really good team. I think everybody here will really enjoy it. We're going to try to do about an hour segment a week. It's going to be awesome. So make sure you join us for that. That's going to be awesome. Bob, I did play basketball when I was younger. Yes, I do like golf. I played golf, oh my God, religiously from the age of about 17, 18 until I was probably just about 24, 25. I was out on the course 4 or 5 times a week. I was a scratch golfer. I wasn't PGA bound, but I could hold my own. So is face painting a sport? Oh, you are still waiting on that. Face painting. I suppose that needs to happen. It's only been promised for like a year and a half. Yeah, so typically I like doing the play-by-play stuff. I have done color commentary. I did a little bit when I was college age, and I've done it a little bit here locally, high school sports, and some low-level D3 college stuff. So I kind of got my teeth cut in that realm, and having done a little bit of radio with, my a friend of mine in college, he had a radio show, and I was a co-host for him. It kind of got a good feel for this. I DJ'd on the side for decades. I was a DJ. I've had a band that me and the co-host both actually played in. It was our band. So your cousin is Stanford's new head football coach. No way. That is incredible. What? Susan, really? No way. Wow. Wow. That's awesome. That is absolutely incredible. How cool. Hey, can you hook me up with an interview with him? That would be awesome to have him on the show and interview him a little bit. That's is it Troy Taylor? I think is his name. Yeah, Troy Taylor. There we go. Troy Taylor. Yep. That's fantastic. Man, maybe you'll have to if you're on Discord, hit me up because I would love to get him on and just like pick his brain a little bit, hear what his theory is about football, kind of how his approach is going to be with that team, because that team has a lot of history, man, a lot of history there. There's some big shoes to fill going up there. That is some big time stuff. I'd be super excited for him too. He'd call him up and be like, "Hey, cuz, you hooked me up with some tickets, man. Go out and catch a couple of games." That'd be really, really cool. Really cool. But I am definitely super excited to be getting back into the sports realm. My computer was down for a while, so this is probably the second stream I've done on this computer. So we're pretty excited to get back into it. I got to figure out StreamYards for our upcoming Disney stuff, but I might go back to Streamlabs, as that's where all my stuff is. My Elgato Stream Deck's all set up for that. So if I'm drinking a root beer, does it count for beer day? It does. You know what? We will just count beer as beer today. Root beer is a beer. Welcome aboard. Thanks for celebrating beer day. Yeah. Wow. Really? I knew the other coach was gone. I didn't realize he had walked off though, and he took some of the players with him. Huh? Wow. He's pulling a Deion Sanders, huh? Where he's just like, that coach just left the team and he was like the Pied Piper with some of his players, or as Deion Sanders put it, his luggage. He's coming and he's bringing his luggage with him. Wow. No way. Whoo, man. Yeah, please. Hey, if you can get me like, let's set up an interview. Get me hooked up with him. That would be awesome. Have Troy Taylor on. We'll do a whole panel. We'll get a couple of people on, man. I know I hang out. If any of you watch me, I'm over on Pete's show, Pete McDevitt. He does an NFL show that I am on quite frequently. You'll hear him refer to me as part of his broadcast team, which I am incredibly excited to be in that same group of people that he has on, because all those people, they are very knowledgeable. They're into football. They all run their own channels. Some of them do a couple of different channels. They are fantastic content creators, and they're just generally just really, really nice people, which is kind of refreshing. And I always love it when I'm on his show because, before and after the show, we all get to talk. And we're not only talking football, we're talking just different life stuff. And, I really can't thank Pete enough for a lot of the opportunities he's given me. It has led, to a lot of really good things on this channel here. And I am happy to just go over. And if I can sit in and do something I like and I help him out, then that's great. You should all go and check him out. Thanks, Triton. Dropped his link in the channel. So if you don't know who he is, hit that link up right now. Go over there. Hit subscribe. He's got 2 channels. He's got one called The Deuce that he does some other sports stuff on. So he's got a couple of different things there. Susan, I bet you he is super busy. But, if he can carve out 20 or 30 minutes of time when he's got a minute, man, that would be incredible. Thanks. I would appreciate that. That would be awesome. And I'll see if I can call up some of those guys and we'll get a panel going and we'll get, 4 or 5 different topics to go over. And then, we'll kind of just talk about what he's up to and where he sees his team going. That's super exciting. But boy, big shoes to fill, man. Talk about pressure. They pay these coaches really good money. And especially a university like Stanford, they expect results. They're paying not only big money to their coaches, but they're paying out a lot of really big money to their players in terms of scholarships and stuff. And boy, nothing short of they expect results. They expect their teams to win. And I can only imagine the amount of pressure that must put on somebody. And then you have other pressures outside of that, right? You're trying to do that family work-life balance thing. You try to get a little time for yourself. You try to get a bunch of time in with your family. So I can only imagine that. Yeah, it's big bucks, but man, that comes with a price, right? Like anything, the yin and the yang, it comes with a price. $2 million just to sign the contract. Man, it's going to take me 15 years to earn $2 million at this point. And that's really going to be, right, for all intents and purposes, that's going to be a 24/7 grind for something like that. Speaking of coaches, especially when you're making that much money, it's just a constant evaluation of players. What are we doing different? How do we get better? What was our weakness? What's up, Coach? No signal at the brewery. Oh, he's on the road again. Coach has been a traveling man today. Speaking of coaching, I see. Yep. Nice to see you in here, Coach. What was the result of the game you were at? Dare I ask? And how did your mini me do? She jack any home runs today or what? Cold, yeah, you're not kidding. Coach and I, we communicate outside of the YouTubes, and boy, I would not want to have been where he was today. It was chilly. It was nice out here, man. We were at almost 60 degrees. Yeah, 58 degrees. We left the house just a few short hours ago. Hopefully the brewery was good. Mm-hmm. That's all right. 2 wins for the oldest. Nice. Oh, and the youngest lost. No dingers. Both in a bit of a slump. Yep. Oh, they had hits. That's good. Hits are good. Decent beer. So, Coach, just to catch you up to speed, we did a little line cider with this little bad Larry called White Knuckles. It's only a 6%, but it's a white wheat ale. And then we are into this. So this is the Brewmaster's Reserve from Berkeley Beer. This is a triple honey aged in a rye whiskey barrel. So this is a special brew. They only made so much of it. They have from what was it, John or Glenn? Was it Glenn we talked to the other night? It doesn't sound like they plan on making any more. And we bought one of the last 2 4-packs in the cooler. They don't have it on tap. It was just like a one-off that they did. And this stuff is delicious. It's 12% and change by volume. Oh, man, is it good. The Blue Man White Knuckles it. I was saying before, it smells almost like an apple cider, right? It smells like apple cider. It is just, oh man. So it has a nice sweetness of honey, very, very subtle, but a little sweet honey. And it's just like you get a mouth of rye whiskey flavor without the bite of rye whiskey. It is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I have 2 cans left. Three cans left. 3 cans left. So, Coach, maybe we'll have to see if our schedules are going to line up sometime soon here. And I'll bring a couple, and we will enjoy the flavors of the triple honey aged in the whiskey barrel. But it is definitely strong. I love a good strong beer, and this is it. No, it's not bad. Good thing you came over to drink the rest of that, because I was eyeballing it, because mine's getting a little low.
No, I don't.
Coach, you would be 100% all in for this beer. I am telling you, it's super smooth and flavorful. It is really good. Really good. For those of you just joining me, because I see the numbers fluctuating here and there, those of you out on Facebook that may be popping in and out, and on Twitch TV, you have found me. My name's Sean Urban. Welcome on in. Come on over. You can find me, Sean Urban. I'm on YouTube. Hit the like button, subscribe. And the big news here is that in, I don't know what, like 9 days, where are we at here? We're at the 7th. So 8 days. 8 days. We're going to be on the road for Walt Disney World, where we are going to be streaming twice a day, 2 very short streams, about 2 to 3 hours, somewhere in there. Each of the parks. So we'll do 2 hours in the morning from one park. We'll do 2 hours at some point later on in the day or the evening from another park. And you'll catch everything from the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival, which is probably one of the things I'm most excited about. You're going to catch Happily Ever After. We're going to try Epcot Forever, which is back now over at Epcot. That's the closing show. We're going to try Fantasmic. So you can catch all that stuff here. Make sure you are not only liked, but more importantly, make sure you are subscribed. We are trying to get to 1,500 subscribers by the end of our Disney trip. Typically, we have pretty good success. We net somewhere between 130 to 160 subscribers on our Disney weeks. Right now, we are at about 1,363, 64 subs. So if you are not subscribed or if you're not sure, double check it. Make sure you are. Hit that subscribe button and watch as we drop the links so you know when I'm going to be streaming. We found instead of doing marathon streams of 5 or 6 hours, breaking it up is really good. So those people that are around during the day that need some entertainment can get it. And those people that have other things going on that can't get on it until, later on at night, you get a little bit into. So kind of burning the candle at both ends, but we find that it works out for us the best, not only streaming wise, but as a family. So Nectar of the Gods. Yes, it is. And happy National Beer Day for those of you just joining us. We're having a great time here, enjoying a couple of beers that are, one is definitely way local, which is the Berkeley beer, which is the one that we're drinking now. And we still have a little bit of the line cider left, which is from East Greenwich. It's about 35, 40 minutes from here. So it's a semi-local beer. Oh, Coach says the breaking it up approach is really good. I like that. Figure those people that maybe work during the day or have other things going on that don't get to relax till, nighttime. They can get a little bit of the Disney magic in too, right? So, and if you're just joining me here, we are going to have some of the local Boston sports coming up. I've been working on setting up things because I just got my computer back about 2 weeks ago. So we're trying to fit work in between. I'm setting up all my streams again because I had to wipe my hard drive. So that has been a long process to say the least because, over the course of a year, I kind of dialed it into where I wanted it. And now it all has to be recreated. So, driving I-88. Be careful, Coach. Be very careful, please. Good night, fine sir. Thank you for stopping in. Don't hate the road too much. Cheers to you. We will be talking very soon. And that's a fantastic beer. So with that being said, I think I'm going to wrap it up too. We've been here about an hour and 15 minutes. I appreciate everybody for coming out. Those of you who are joining me from Facebook land and over on Twitch, thanks for checking me out. Make sure you come over to YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed and you got your notifications on. So in 8 days, when we head down to Walt Disney World, you can catch us. You'll catch us from the road. You're going to catch us in the parks. We'll be all over the place. So make an export backup of your settings for your streaming software. Yes. Yep. I've learned that lesson quite well, Triton. But make sure you get all that there. Thanks for joining me. My name's Sean Urban. You can find me not only here on YouTube, but right now scrolling across the bottom of your screen is some of my other social media platforms that I tend to use. The biggest one being Facebook. So you are more than welcome to look me up, send me a friend request. But I am also over on Instagram. I do have a Twitch. You can find me on TikTok and Twitter. I do post a little bit on those, not too much. The big thing is YouTube and my Facebook. So That's where you can find me the most. Keep up with what we're doing. We are a family-friendly channel. So we not only do Disney, as you can tell, we do a lot of craft beer reviews, food reviews. We do zoo streams. We do, oh my gosh, what else do we do? We've done motorcycle rides and all kinds of stuff. We have done beer festivals. I mean, we do anything and everything. And again, it's all good family fun. We are just living our lives and kind of letting you guys along for the ride. Hopefully you enjoy a lot of what we're doing. We do all things New England up here. So come on in, subscribe, join our little community, and hopefully we'll be at 1,500 subscribers before you know it. But until next time, signing off, from me to you, thank you. Happy National Beer Day. That's a great beer. That is a great beer. And we will see you all back here real soon. Have a great night, everybody.